Hey ladies, welcome back to my channel. So we have eyeliner magic today. We're using some new product. You're going to be very excited, and we're going to lift mature eyes utilizing my little hack from last year, but I've upgraded it just a tad. Are you ready? Let's get this beauty started. All right, so ladies, we're talking about a really cool lift to the mature eye. I've showed this to you last year. I haven't stopped doing it since last year, but I've been tweaking it ever since. And I have my new eyeliners that we are featuring in this video. Also my lip liners. You can tell I'm in full theme today. I wanted to launch these eyeliners and lip liners for you last month, and I had a little bit of a situation with the boxing, and the boxes came and they were too short. So I was trying to regroup and try to process the logistics of this huge mistake. I have hundreds of thousands of boxes. Okay. So it wasn't like a little mistake. And so I was like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? And this is why I have been talking to you about when I've partnered with Winged Wellness and their supplements and everything. I found them organically 2 years ago. I know how hard it is as a female entrepreneur, female business owner, to bring out superior products, to really spend the time with the formulations, with the packaging, with everything, and then all the things that can go wrong. And Winged Wellness is owned by a female entrepreneur also. I love partnering. I love seeing her expand. She's into Whole Foods now. And you know, it's just really exciting. I have really leaned on these products. And last year they did a really beautiful Mother's Day bundle. They're back this year doing a beautiful Mother's Day bundle. Also, it's called Mother's Little Helpers. And it is a $105. It retails for $105 and it's on bundle for $70. And of course, you always have my coupon code Nikol20 to save 20% on the bundle. So that's a really great gift. So if you're thinking about it for yourself, you're a friend, your mother, your sister, it's really nice to give a gift of wellness. So in this little bundle that we have here, it's really 3 of my favorite products. So you know, during this whole fiasco, of course, I'm taking my Sleepy Gummies. This is really my hero product for the brand for me. This is how I found them. It's the Sleepy Gummies, 10 milligrams of CBD. So in this, they have a really great little synergy of ingredients from the evening primrose. They have this to help really balance the hormone levels and sleep support. They have L-theanine, GABA, 5-HTP, and melatonin. Now, I know that this really works for me because I have the Aura Ring, which is a smart sleep ring. So this basically gives me all my sleep data, my deep sleep, my REM sleep. And I knew I just had received it when I started utilizing 2 years ago, the Sleepy Gummies. And I was like, okay, well, here's my data. Here it was before, and now here it is. It was amazing. So then I do daytime, I do relaxation. This is also 10 milligrams of CBD. This has chamomile in it. This has lemon balm, one of my favorite ingredients. It has L-theanine. It has also the evening primrose oil. So this is really for relaxation. This is really for calming the nerves. And these are also gummies too. You get 30 vegan gummies in each little jar. And then this one's really nice, Relief. I do this when I have hormonal issues. It's 25 milligrams of CBD and 10 milligrams of CBG. So this has evening primrose, turmeric, white willow, black seed oil, ginger extract. So if I'm feeling like, you know, I kind of pushed it too much, or I'm just kind of like a little bit not feeling so great just within my body, I'll take the Relief. So it's nice that they bundle these all together. So again, I always have the coupon code below. I love supporting a wellness brand that really helps me, especially through, I guess really you don't understand unless you're really in it, seeing how logistics can really fall apart or big mistakes can be made. And then, you know what, you just kind of regroup and keep moving forward because that's all we can do. And I was so passionate about getting these products out to you. I went into full like damage control mode. I was like, okay, what do I need to do? Because the ladies are going to love these products and they have been so upgraded. So let's get into the video. All right, ladies, I'm so excited for this makeup tutorial. I've obviously dressed for the occasion. And I'm going to do full makeup. I'm going to just load it on. I just want to do it. I feel like I'm in that mood. I want to treat myself. I want to feel good. I want to play with makeup. I don't feel like I've played with makeup in a little bit. I'm going to start off with La Mer. Of course, I'm treating my skin with the treatment lotion. I told you that I put this in my hand first. I don't put it on cotton because I'm like, please don't absorb any of my beautiful product. And then I put it into my skin. I just love pressing it into my skin. It's different. It's not like feeling like you have a really thin essence on the skin. I feel like I get this nice treatment, hydration, really feel it in my skin. And then I'll decide, do I need to put on like a lighter serum? I've been really liking using the Physio Lift serum or any kind of just light cream over. Sometimes I don't feel like I need any more than this. Maybe just going into Fiercely Smooth. Maybe we'll do a little face primer right now. Just do a little bit of that. So I've been lifting my eye with eyeliner ever since I showed you my technique last year. I love it. I think it's just so perfect. It's so subtle and it's so simple, yet makes such a big difference. Now, I have these 4 eyeliners that I have reformulated and I repackaged, and I wanted them to be where you see the color. So I matched the barrel to the actual formulation color. So when you're in your makeup bag, this was a big thing for me. I hated being frustrated. And where is the dark chocolate? Where it's all in black plastic. I can't see it. I can't find it if I don't have my glasses on. So I made the barrel the color. This is navy. So you have the navy tip and you can see the whole barrel is navy. So our 4 colors are navy. I made them very pigmented and they're waterproof. So once you put them on, ladies, you gotta make sure that's where you want it. Dark chocolate, which is our #1 seller. We have plum, you're going to love. I know you love your plum. And then we have charcoal. I don't reach for black ever for mature women when I'm on set, when I'm doing makeup on Fierce Aging. So I love the charcoal. Yes, you can intensify it if you love a black liner. You do you. I think that's amazing. But for me, if I'm doing makeup on myself or others and they're a mature woman, I always go for charcoal. It's softer. It's really pretty. So we're going to be using dark chocolate today because I picked out the Tom Ford palette that I showed you I bought in the Sephora sale. This is the Le Sable number 31. And I thought it was really pretty. This is one of 3 products I bought at the sale. I did a video on just the 3 products I bought. I thought this would be great for summer also. It's a really nice treat when it's on sale. I'll buy it. So we're gonna first start off with neutralizing out the lid. So you've got to really prep the eye to have them look beautiful. So I'm gonna just use with my finger, I'm gonna put on my eye primer. You know that I use this every single makeup tutorial, base of the lashes, up to the brow bone, come out, go into the inner corner, making sure you get into that inner corner, neutralizing out all of the darkness. What's also very exciting, I have my lip liners that I'm launching also. I'm gonna just be using one, but when we get to that point, I'm going to go through all of the colors and just show you the lip liners and eyeliners are just so beautiful. And I thought this was a really great time to show them all together so you can kind of see the array of what your options are. So we're gonna go in with this beautiful palette. I haven't tried it yet, so I'm trying it with you. And I don't know, I think I'm gonna go with this color first on the all over the lid. And it's always exciting to experiment with just new makeup and not really knowing like how this is going to come out. Is it going to be like really pigmented or is it gonna be really light, which it looks like it's very light. I can't always read Tom Ford's palettes. The one time I tried in that video that said, I never thought I would buy this, I felt like the shadow like expanded. And so when I was putting it on, I was like, whoa, I was like, oh, I'm off the rails. Like I haven't used a powder that felt like it was just got bigger and bigger. Like it was just expanding on my eye, but it looks so beautiful once I tamed it. But this looks very sheer to me, which I think is actually really nice. I wasn't sure what to expect, but it's a very pretty color. And again, you can just do a wash of one color. You could do multiple colors. You know, I always feel like 4 is too much for me in a palette. I always feel like I'm wasting one. We'll go into, let's just do this color here. Let's do a little, let's find the blending brush and let's try to do, it's almost like a, kind of like a taupey, soft color here. We'll see. Sometimes see, I could get a little, with the fluffy brush, it could be a little too much. But what's really nice is that you can keep blending, right? So you don't have to take off, just keep blending. That's really the key when it comes to doing shadows and being unsure. Maybe you're trying something new. Again, nothing's on our face yet. We just have a little treatment essence and we have some Fiercely Smooth. But when we go out, if this is like coming out onto the skin, we just clean up. So you don't always have to worry that you're going to have to start over or you have to clean up the skin. That's why I never do my concealer, my foundation before I do my eyes. I'm going to just take my flat foundation brush and I'm going to just take down a little bit of that color so it's blended a little bit more using my brushes outside of the real rules. Now I'm going to take the deepest color here, and what I like to do, I'm going to take my little pencil brush here. It's a tapered blending brush. I'm going to dip it in, make sure there's not too much on, and then I'm going to go to the base of the lash, and I just like to drag it to give it some dimension before I do the eyeliner. Now, with the same technique, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring it up like this, just flicking it up. So I'm not coming down and I'm not trying to give it too much of that triangle. What I'm doing is I'm right on the lash line. If you can see, just if we're coming closer, I'm on the lash line literally, and then I'm just coming up at the end. So if you do have more of a hooded eye, right, you might have to lift the skin a little bit and go up, because that's what you want, everything going up. It's an illusion. And even if you think you can't really see it, you're going to be able to see it because you're going to look down or you're going to look to the side. So you're going to see that you want this to be going up. This powder should be going up right at the end, the last lash going up. I'm going to take my Almay pad here and I'm going to just make sure I'm going to the end of my eye and lifting this up just like that. So you can see what I'm taking off. I want this to be as crisp at the end, and anything that kind of fell out, I'm just cleaning up. So basically, I have the framework for the eyes, lifting mature eyes. So now I'm going to take my dark chocolate. What's really nice about this too, it's not a mechanical. You can literally sharpen it down to the nub. It doesn't come with a sharpener. That was a whole nother logistic issue with the boxing, but you can make this as sharp as you want. I will have sharpeners coming out later this year, but this is really nice because you have full control of it. You don't have it worrying about it drying out in plastic. I didn't want more plastic in the sense of a footprint also. So I wanted it to just be wood and have your color inside. So what we're going to do is, oh, you know what? Let me just do my lashes first, because I always like to curl my lashes prior to doing eyeliner because you don't want to mess it up. You want your lashes nice and curled, then you do your eyeliner. So I'm using the dark chocolate and I'm going to the last lash right here. And I want you to lift up. So you can do the technique that I always do, like going right into the lashes, right? Right in there. So you're creating this darker lash line. Then it's like almost like you're smudging it in between those lashes. And don't worry if it's messy, because I'm going to show you a technique on how to smooth that out after we're done. But this is the really important part. I've showed this to you before, but this is what's different. I'm piling it up, kind of looking a little messy, coming out a little bit. What I can do with this formula is I can literally just smear it up and it follows my finger. So if you can see right here, so I'm just lifting it up. Looks like it's coming down a little bit, right? So I can go and I can just lift it up like this. You see how it just drags right out, and then I'm going to take that down like it streaks with my formulation. So I realized that when I've been using it, where I'm like, you know what? If I pile it on the end and then I just make sure I have clean hands, I just use my Almay pad like this, then I can get this, you know, really soft. I'm not really into wing lining. So I figured out that if I just, when I just apply it and I bring it up, it gives me this almost like this faint, like wing that looks really pretty, and it's diffused. So I've been like thrilled because I'm like, oh, this is so wonderful. It literally changes the shape of my eye and not being so round, and kind of makes them more almond and lifting them up. So I really love this. And it's such a small detail, ladies. I mean, it's at the very end of your eye because you're just flicking it up and out a little bit. Don't worry that you're too far, and then just go with your finger. And what's really nice too is that you're kind of like in control more because you're using your finger and the heat of your finger and bringing it up. So that is my little technique on lifting. I did it on my mom too. And it's interesting because everyone's eyes are different. Each eye is different too. So you might have, I have more skin on this eye, so this might be a little bit different. You just have to alter and to really look at them once you're finished. But it's just a fun way to be able to lift your eyes, feel good about yourself, like you're giving yourself a little lift, and then doing the technique of putting this eyeliner in between those lashes. You get that thickness, you're going to get that real pigment now because these are really highly pigmented, and you're going to see a difference. You're not going to have that big heavy line like you feel like you have to do a big heavy line. You'll notice you've got to be careful because these are much more pigmented and they are really creamy. So you can really design what you want on your eyes with these 4 different colors. So you want to taper in just very, very lightly, tapering in so you don't have this start or stop on the eyeliner. And then I'm just going to do a little bit more on the end here and then make sure this is clean. And then I'm just gonna kind of go up and then kind of check in and see what's going on. Is it the same? Do I need to do a little bit more? I think I can see a little bit more there. So I'll put a little bit more on this end here. And when I say it sets up, it sets up. Do you see how it like literally wiped it? And it has this just like nice faint bringing it up. So that is like my little technique with this formula. I haven't been able to do this. It was actually a surprise for me because I was like, okay, I was like, oh, it's a little too much. And I went like this and I was like, oh my gosh, I have control over this formulation until it sets up. And then it is going to be waterproof. It's staying. You know, it's interesting. I have a story coming up on March 14th video. I don't want to repeat myself. So I tell you how I knew that it was really waterproof and how it stayed. So that's an interesting story coming up. So now we did the eyes. Let's just make sure. I just go back with a little, making sure there's nothing underneath my eyes. And I'm going to prep my eye before I do my concealer with my Elemis. This is a Pro Collagen Vitality Eye Cream. Been really liking this for some hydration underneath my eyes. While this is absorbing into my skin, I'm going to take my Brownie eyebrow pencil and I'm going to just give a little definition to my brows. I'm going to brush up with the spoolie on the other end here just to see where I should fill in. I have a little bit of gaps here and there. So this is a skinny brow pencil that is going to be able to give you those strokes. It's a little uneven underneath here. So all I do is very lightly go into my brows because yes, I know I have a lot of hair here, but I also want it to be kind of even. So I just use the Brownie. If you feel like you've put on too much color, go back and brush through. Very easy to disperse the color and not feel like it's too heavy. All right, so brows are done. The nice eye cream is absorbed into my skin, ready for my concealer, my BB cream, what have you. Going in with my volume up. This is my mascara that's going to give me this really beautiful definition. We're going to go right to the base of the lash. So you can see how it grips. So you see how it's gripping my lashes? It's almost like your brush, your styler, right? It really grips your hair. You're able to mold your hair. So we're going to the base. This is in jet black. So you're going to get a really beautiful darkness. You don't need that much. I don't even dip back in twice, usually. So you want to be precise when you apply it with this wand. You don't want to keep pumping into the tube and then going to the lashes because it's more of a specialized application. If you're used to going hasty and doing your lashes and having a big fluffy wand that really just rolls over your lashes, you're going to run into trouble with this because this is much more precise. It has all of those teeth now all around. So you have the option of going to the base, wiggling back and forth, coming straight up like a comb. So it's not going to deposit too much unless you are doing it really hasty and it's going to start building up too fast. So you're going to go in and you're going to just really separate like I've showed you in really all of my videos. So you're going to get this really beautiful thick false lash look. But again, if you go in too much, you keep pumping it and you keep going really fast, you're going to build too fast. So that is why I do it like this, where I'm really gripping and I'm allowing the formulation to just kind of roll into my lashes. Mascara is on. I'm not going to do bottom lashes. I'm going to wait until it sets up though, it dries. So this is a great time to kind of assess what you're going to be doing. What kind of concealer? Are you going to use foundation, BB cream? Do you need a sunscreen? What have you? So you want your lashes to basically set, because if they are still going to be moist, I know everybody doesn't like that word, and you put on a creamy concealer or you put it on just peachy or what have you, and you're blinking, you're going to get a transfer. So you want to make sure that your lashes are set up. It doesn't take very long, but you do want to, because it is a really beautiful, rich, creamy formulation that is going to gloss those lashes. So now what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to just use Just Peachy and some No Redness around my nose here. I have these broken capillaries, so I diffuse them with my No Redness. Sometimes I have a little blemish. Sometimes right now I had this one that seems to be going away. A little bit here on my chin, and then I'll take my Just Peachy, and this is going to brighten my under eye area. If I need concealer over, I will do that. I always bring mine down like this. What's really nice about the Just Peachy, it has shea butter in it. And what's nice is that you can press it in with your finger. You're gonna get a really nice application instead of basically using a brush or a sponge. I find it best to really work it in like this because you're going to see it's like one skin. So then if you want to put your concealer over it, you can do that. Or if you get enough coverage with the Just Peachy, you can leave it like that. Just finishing up working in the color correctors. I'm going to just add a little concealer, and I like to do it like this because I have the color corrector on. I don't need to do too much of a to-do. Then I'm going to take my concealer brush. I have a retractable lip brush on the other end. I like it because it has a cap on it, so it's always protected. And then I will go and just work the concealer in the areas that I need it to be just a little bit brighter. What's also nice when you're doing your concealer, you can bring it just right underneath what we just did. So you're giving that really highlight with your concealer right underneath where we did that nice little kind of smudge wing, if you will. You can press in your concealer with your finger also. Remember, ladies, you can always not use brushes for every single thing. You can use your fingers with the warmth. It's like working it into the skin. Let's go on to BB cream. So we are going to use my foundation buffing brush. I love buffing in BB cream into the skin. I feel like you get a really nice flawless finish. So BB cream is on the skin looking gorgeous. Now I'm gonna do a little Ageless, my beautiful, just petally pink blushes. I like to just kind of do a combo. I just kind of go back and forth like true artist, just creating some whatever color for the day. And I'll just kind of see how much I want and give that color to my face. This eyeshadow is actually really pretty. It's reading for me, I think, not so neutral per se. I don't know. It's kind of going into a different, almost like a heather grayish for me. I think, I don't know. I'm trying to kind of figure out because it looks very different on than it does into the actual palette. So I'm going to just give myself some blush, some really pretty pink. Now, my favorite part, let's put the lips, like we need to add color. And especially since I'm looking at lips on my shirt that looks so beautiful, I'm going to just kind of briefly go through because you're going to be seeing all of these lip liners throughout my videos moving forward. So you're going to know what the 7 colors are that you have to choose from. I did add in a couple new ones that I think are going to be really fun. So I did bring back, my artistry team told me that they would not talk to me anymore if I didn't bring back the invisible lip liner. And we call this Crystal Clear. So it's a clear lip liner. So if you have feathering, if you want to really keep your lipstick on your lips, you want to fill in those little lines that are going up so you can have more of a border, this is the lip liner you would be using. Then, of course, I have some fun names. I have Unapologetic. This is going to go with our new color coming out in May called Confidence. It's a beautiful berry. You're going to love it. These are all waterproof, made in USA, cruelty-free. Then we have Organza. We know Organza is one of our most popular. Silk is really interesting. It's a little bit different than our old silk. This is like our nude. You can see, like, this is one of my favorites. This is like a nudie pink. This is like your perfect nude lip going with Figure It Out. This is very pretty. I know that you're going to love this kind of new color, just tweaked a little bit. Then we have Coral. So we have this beautiful coral that's going to go with our beach house. So this is a really, if you love that coral lip, you know, you love that kind of beach house kind of look, casual white on white, or if you want to make a statement with a really beautiful coral lip, you're going to use coral. Then we have Rose All Day. Would I not have a lip liner without the name Rose in it? No. This is a beautiful pink. This is very soft pink. And then we have Cameo. This is my number one that I always use. So Cameo though and Silk are kind of running for it right now. But you can see I have put this down. I haven't sharpened it yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Silk. I'm going to use Pretty Smart. It's coming back in stock, ladies, for May. You're going to feel like, okay, this is the lip liners that I want to feel on my lips. Smooth, not tugging. All right, so it's a little dull. I should have sharpened it before, but it's going to go on beautifully. So this is Silk, and I'm going to just give my lips that nice outline. And you can also use these as a lipstick if you want to, and then pop on a little lip gloss if you want. We're going to go in with our Pretty Smart. This is really my lip combo that you see in a lot of videos is this combo. This is what I've been doing. And then I put on Cocoa 13. So this is really the combo. It makes me feel so good. Almost matching. You know what? I was thinking that I could have done Upgrade because, you know, it would match perfectly. But I was like, I don't know if it's going to be too much with this kind of like neutral eye. I thought, you know what? Let's just keep it. We're loud with the shirt. We don't need to get crazy. And then we are going to just finish off with our Clarins. This is our Fix Makeup. This is just a setting spray. Oh, and you know what? While I'm doing it, I might as well add on some beautiful hair mist. And we're going to go with Rose of No Man's Land. One of my favorites with my new little layered bob. Just smells, just puts you in like this totally high vibe kind of feel. You did your makeup, You have products that really make you inspired, you feel good, your hair, you toss it around, it smells good no matter what, 24 hours a day. And I love it. I love it. I really worked hard. And I hope that I just inspire you to just take care of yourself, to look in the mirror and be like, you know what? I love what I see. Or this makes my makeup routine so easy. Or these are my go-tos and I know that I can look good at the wedding or I can look good on the first date because this is why I do this. I do this because I know that makeup is a feeling, not only a look. It's not only what it looks like, it's how you feel wearing it. So I wanted to get ready. I wanted to just do it all. I want to do it all today. So ladies, until my next video, I'll see you later.